It's a well-known fact that I've been around a while, and I've driven the vans all over and the mini bus thing that we had, and finally moved into the bus. But and it's nicer, but this had to be the road trip from hell. Not that the kids weren't fun and the guys aren't sweet and the movies were great, but the distance, it was hellacious. It took us about 14 hours to get down there. We had a few stops along the way, and that's only halfway. We get down there and we get the win, and then we start back. We think it's just going to be an easy little jaunt back up to Denver. Well, that pretty much took, what was it, 7 hours, and went up to Boulder and practiced, and then finally got to our hotel room. So yeah, maybe it's my age, but it was a tough trip, and if we hadn't won, it would have really been tough. But Northern New Mexico is a much improved team. They have a new coach, and she's really doing a nice job with those kids. We couldn't hit again to start with, and they could. They hit 5 threes on us right away, so we got in the hole deep, and we've had that happen once in a while, and kids just dug in and chipped away and came away with 20-point win or something. So um, it was a nice win for us. We had several people have outstanding games, and watched the guys, and then we left the next morning and journeyed up to Johnson and Wales, and that too is a program that's greatly improved. The coach has done a nice job. They don't have scholarships, and so they have culinary, and there's probably a third of their team that are culinary kids, and they're worried about piping and different things as opposed to us with our theorems and formulas. So just a different breed, but he's done a nice job getting some of those Denver kids from the area that didn't want to travel out of town or were overlooked or something. They got some nice shooters, a good team. They knocked off Jamestown and Valley City. So he said their first 7 games were on the road, but they flew to all theirs. And he's picking up more competitive schedule with the Concordias and some of the bigger teams in the NEIA. So they come up here in a couple weeks here, so I'm sure they'll come back with some vengeance. But we had nice performances out of some different people, and nice performances out of the usuals. I brought one of my usuals with me today. Hillary Hawkins is originally from Elizabeth, Colorado, which is down by Parker, and she was a godsend. I called her on a recruiting trip to have breakfast and told her it was the best breakfast I've ever had. Hillary's a fantastic person and chemical engineering major, academic All-American. Her freshman year, she was the conference player of the year when we had a conference back in the DAC days, and from then on, she just kind of set the tone. She's very welcome to suggestions. She's wants to learn. A couple years ago, I asked her to extend her distance and her range, and she has done that. Now she just smiles and steps back a couple more. So she's set a couple records this year. Long-time standing record of most threes in a game, and she blew that wide open with 10. And do you have most attempts too? Anyway, she can tell you about her records and tell you why she came up here, a little bit about her background and her future. She's already got a job, and I'm darn proud of her. Hill, come on up. She has a test here in about 20 minutes, so she'll be quick.
Well, like Coach said, I'm from Elizabeth, Colorado. A little bit different down there, but a lot of similarities. Originally, I was looking at Colorado School of Mines and really liked it there. After my sophomore year, the coach that I'd been talking to was let go and kind of lost interest there in me. So I was kind of looking around, and then out of the blue, Barb called me up, asked to have breakfast, like she said, and I really enjoyed meeting Coach, and I really liked what she had to say. So I figured it was worth making the trip up here and liked the girls, liked the attitude. I really liked the campus, the small town feel, all the community involvement. So it just ended up working out really well for me, and I don't regret coming up here at all. I've had a great time. So.
You got a sister that plays, right?
I've got a little sister who is a freshman in high school, and she's playing basketball, and she loves it up here too. You might maybe see her around if in the next 4 years. Gabe looks excited, so.
What's your future hope
um, Last summer I worked for Freeport McMoran in Henderson, Colorado, at a mine, and I'm going back there this summer for another internship, and it's I'd love to take a full-time position there, but we'll have to see what happens after this summer. So.
for? Other questions? When do you graduate?
Next December. So I've got 1 full year left.
Thanks, Ellen.
Thank you.